Welcome back, guys. We're at it again. Yes, that's right. I have changed the podcast name yet again. Third time is a charm. Talking Taboo with Tara. I'm going to be talking with people that are telling their stories that are unfiltered. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. I'm just like the girl next door. I go to the grocery store. I take my kids to softball practice. And I do all the normal things that everybody else does. But I love to talk about sex. Hello, this is Miss J. I've created this uncensored podcast to talk about sex in great detail. I'm not leaving anything off the table. Make sure there's no little ears around. It's definitely not for everybody, but you might be more intrigued than you thought.
This is the Sexy Horn Dogs podcast. Now here's your host, Miss J.
Hey, Sexy Horn Dogs. I thought a good way for you guys to get to know me would be for me to do a show and have someone interview me. I have Tony here, who's also a podcaster. Hey, Tony. How's it going?
Hey, Miss J. Is there anything I can't ask you in this interview?
No, I think pretty much everything's off limits.
Well, Miss J, I am, first of all, very excited for being on your first podcast, as well as talking to you and getting the chance to get to know you a little better, although we've known each other for a little bit, haven't we?
Just a little while.
Just a little bit. So I guess the first question I have is, why Sexy Horn Dogs? Why did you come up with this podcast idea?
I was laying in bed.
Love it.
And something just came to me and said, start a podcast. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, it's a great idea. Let's do it.
But why talk about sex? You could talk about 100 other things. Why do you want to talk about sex?
There's so many men out there that think they know how to have sex, and really they don't. And women as well. And there's men and women out there that don't want to have sex because they don't know how. And they don't like it because they don't know what to do or what their partner likes and all that other stuff. And I just want everybody to be comfortable with their own bodies, their own sexuality. I want everybody to have the ultimate orgasm.
So basically, this is an education podcast.
Yes.
So,
but we also get down and dirty.
You know, because I know a lot of married people who are very secretly unhappy with their sex life with their spouse, and they're going other places to get those needs fulfilled, whether it's pornography, affairs, whatever it might be.
Absolutely. And that's what I want to avoid. I want everyone to feel comfortable with their partner, to tell their partner what they want, because everybody likes something different.
Gotcha.
And you never know. You might like it too.
Yeah. And it's no holds bar. So I love what you're doing here, because there's a lot of podcasts that just talk about sex for sex sake. Not a lot of them get into the details, or, I mean, because I know you well enough. You like talking about vibrators. You like talking about masturbation. You love talking about girl on girl. I mean, there is probably nothing that I haven't known you wouldn't talk about.
And don't forget double penetration.
Well, yes, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So let me jump back. Let's go back in time. First of all, for our audience who has maybe never heard a podcast with your incredibly sexy voice, how old are you? And tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am 45, single, 2 children.
Never married?
No.
And, you know, I could describe your amazing looks, but when if you just take a moment and slowly describe to me what you look like to the audience.
I'm 5'9", dark brown hair, brown eyes, Romanian, sexy build. I mean, I'm built like a shit brick house.
You are. Oh, my God.
From what I'm told. That's just what I'm told. I'm just repeating what I'm told.
Okay, well,
yes.
Here, I will say Miss J is, as you said, for me, and I'm just being me here, I love a girl with curves. And she's got curves. She's got an amazing rack. Okay, I'm just going to ask you, how big are they?
They're double Ds.
Yeah, they're amazing. And if you get a chance, get on her TikTok. Real quick, as everybody will now jump off the podcast, where can they see pictures of you besides, obviously, sexyhorndogs.com?
So it's just Clapper, Instagram, and Facebook, but I don't really put.
Very sexy pics. And I mean, not naked. but God,
Snapchat.
God, your chest is amazing. I mean, so guys and girls listening, her eyes. I don't know what the definition of bedroom eyes are, but I when I look at those eyes, they just kill me. Absolutely kill me. Just as the guy's perspective, I'm just telling you, she is hot. You are definitely, by all definitions, a MILF.
I hope so.
Does that make you smile at all?
Yes, absolutely. I have a huge smile on my face right now.
You have a great smile. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
we know a little bit about what you look like. Let's just start back at the beginning. You when was your first sexual experience? When did you start masturbating?
I was 7 or 8 years old when I started masturbating.
Oh wow, that's young.
Yeah, some things happened to me when I was younger, but you move on from those things.
But you got your switches flipped on early, and I mean, when you're talking about masturbating, were you doing a lot?
I would play around in the tub probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Wow. And did you even understand how sex worked at that age?
I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew it felt good.
Yeah. You know, when was your first sexual experience with a guy?
I was 14 years old.
Was it a good one?
No, I think it was like everybody else's, uncomfortable, awkward, that kind of thing.
Did you come?
No.
Wow. So kind of after all that time masturbating, the first time was a letdown then.
Correct. I don't think I had an orgasm until I was 23, 24 years old.
Wow.
22. I was 22.
So I know a little bit about your story. You were sexually active in your teens, and then you left home a bit early. Fill me in a little bit what happened in your 20s.
I left home when I was 18. Well, actually, before I was 18, and I refused to go back. So I did some things I wasn't proud of. I went into a lifestyle that I wouldn't recommend any woman to go into.
Gotcha.
But I got out of that and I moved on and I had 2 kids and I left that lifestyle behind. I think I was in that lifestyle for about 10 years.
How old were you when you had your kids?
I got pregnant at 29 and had her at 30, and then 31 got pregnant and had him at 32.
So obviously you figured out the sex thing a little bit by then.
Oh, yes.
So when did you go from kind of, I don't know if you, I know you like using the word vanilla sex. When did you really get fired up about sex?
When I hit my sexual peak, it was just like my motor would not stop running. I couldn't get sexually
How
satisfied.
old were you when that happened?
I think I was 32 or 33.
Was it on meeting guys, or were you buying toys? What was how did you take care of things?
I met someone who actually liked to have sex a lot, and that's when I introduced him to a swingers club, and he was all for it. So we went there, and we experimented, and that's when I really started figuring out what I like and what I don't like.
So something you've mentioned several times is you masturbate. You're not currently in a relationship. What are your toys? What do you use?
I have a G spot, I have the rose, I have a big fat dildo that I use for penetration that I only use for my ass. I have butt plugs, I have whips, I have a sex swing, I have a whole bunch of toys. I mean, I love toys.
Now I'm going to ask you this just for my own, for me and all the men listening. Tell me about your bras. What kind of bras do you think you look best in? I know you got some up on your social media.
The lace, sexy lace.
Tell me as a woman what you like. When you are at a club or a restaurant and a man walks in a very nice suit with very nice shoes, or a guy walking into your bedroom with just his shorts on with a packing a heart on. What would get your juices flowing?
I want the suit. I want the cologne. I want the package. I
You
want the whole shebang.
you want to unwrap that package, don't you?
Yes, I want it. Yes, that's my present. That's my gift that I get to take those clothes off and I get to get down on my hands and knees and start sucking your cock and playing with you and yes, that's my treat.
So here's a guy question for you. I love asking these questions of you. Balls? What do you like balls? I don't. As a guy, I'm like I don't understand these things. What do you think of balls?
If you are very well trimmed and shaved, yes, I like to suck on
Hmm.
balls. I like to put them in my mouth and spit them out.
That's
And same goes for your ass. As long as you're shaved, I like I like to lick ass.
And do you like hairy guys, or you like guys who either don't have a lot of hair or maybe they shave?
I don't like hair at all. So if you're a hairy guy, you better make sure you're trimmed.
Well, here's where we get the good stuff. Tell me what you like. What is your turn-ons with when you get a partner that wants to please you?
I love oral floor play. Floor
Lots of
play
foreplay.
is a big, big, big must with me.
How long is foreplay to you? Because I think everybody, thinks foreplay is taking off the clothes. It's more
No,
than that. What is it?
no, no. It's talking and communicating and telling each other the things that you want to do to each other. You might not do them, but it's just the thought that goes through your mind that turns you on and gets your motor running.
You're not a quickie girl, are you?
No, I want you
No.
to take your time with me.
So what about, okay, let's just throw it all out there. I've heard all my life, dick size does not matter. Your opinion,
It does to me.
is there a minimum maximum?
You got to be 5 or 6 inches. You got to hit my spot.
Gotcha.
I like girth.
Nice. What
It's got to
about, can
have
you
girth.
can you be too big?
Oh yeah, you can be too big.
What's your maximum? 10 inches or something?
Oh no, I've had 12.
12?
I
Okay.
have I have a deep vagina because of where I'm tall. Where the short girls have short torsos. It seems like the taller girls have longer torsos and the shorter girls have shorter torsos. So therefore, their vagina is not as long as mine and other
So
taller girls.
so if somebody's out there and they're like, I've got a small dick, and that doesn't necessarily mean you can't please
Please
any
a woman.
woman.
No, no. That's why floor play is such a big, big deal. Because if you can please your woman with floor play, I mean, by the time you fuck her, she's already came 3 or 4 times. She's good.
So let me ask you guy questions for a second, Miss J, as we're learning more things, because I think men are always, we're hung up on our dicks. It's like, I got a big one, I got a small one, or whatever the case may be. And what you're saying, if I read you right, is that it doesn't matter necessarily the size. Don't get hung up on I'm big or I'm small, because you could be big and really be bad in bed.
Correct. No girl wants a guy to lay on them and just do the motion of in and out. And I've had that before. That's awful. Men do not lay on your women. You are to be on your knees in a position to where you can get to her vagina and fuck her. You do not lay on a woman to fuck her.
Do you like doggy, I assume?
I love doggy. That's one of my favorite positions. And I mean everybody loves missionary.
Is it underrated? Because I feel like if you say missionary, it's kind of like people roll their eyes like that's not exciting. I think missionary is pretty cool. I love looking into somebody's eyes. I don't think you can, if that's what my pet peeve against doggy is, I can't see what your reactions are.
Well, see if you get the girl off and then flip her around and get yourself off, then everybody's satisfied and pleased.
Right.
If
Gotcha.
the girl likes doggy. I mean, you can't always watch their orgasms, but if you can, get a mirror. Face that mirror. Put it right there so you can see them if she likes doggy style or if she likes to be sideways or whatever position she likes and you want to see her, grab a mirror. Watch your guys' self have sex.
Who doesn't
Turn
like a
each
mirror?
other on. Correct.
That's cool. Okay, so let's go. So what kind of men do you like? I know you're going to ask a lot of these questions to the guests on Sexy Horn Dogs, but what is your guy type? If you got to pick one out of a lineup, who are you going to go for?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Oh yeah, whatever. Everybody says that. What does that mean? And what about age? Are you one of these?
I want someone that's my age.
No,
I've
not going for
dated younger.
not a
I've
cougar.
dated my age. I want someone that's older than I am.
Is that for the looks or for the experience?
The experience and someone that knows what they want. These young guys don't know what they want.
That's true. They don't even know what to do yet.
Correct. And I'm done training. I'm done teaching.
You don't want a guy with training wheels on his dick.
No, I'm done training. I'm over it.
What's the oldest guy you've been with?
2 years older than I am.
Okay. What's the youngest?
Um, let's see, I was 18 and he was 18 and I was 29.
Okay.
And then I was 42 with a 25-year-old.
Was the 25-year-old any good?
No,
Okay. So who has been the best sexual partner you've been with and why?
you had to ask that,
I
didn't
had to ask that. And we haven't had sex, so I know it's not me, so I'm not throwing anything off here.
you? Okay, I would definitely have to say 3 of my exes were very in tune with their bodies and was okay with experimenting and having sex, but my last 2 exes were more about exploring and going to the swingers clubs, and
Was that new for you?
yeah, that was new for me about 5 years
How did
ago,
that
but not anymore.
how did that pitch work? What did he say? Hey, hung, let's try swingers club. Or were you thinking about it? Had you been talking about it for a while?
It wasn't him, it was me.
Oh, cool. You wouldn't try something different.
A friend of mine told me about it, and I said, "We've got to go. We have to. I want to see what it's about. I want to know." And he was all for it. Watching in the big room or, joining another couple, we were into that, but we were not into swapping.
Gotcha. So no kind of one-on-one with somebody else. Would you say you're a voyeur? It almost sounds like you like watching other people.
Yes, I'm very much into voyeurism.
Voyeur with couples? Would you watch a guy beat off? Would you watch a girl masturbate? What would you be into?
Yes, yes, all of it,
Okay,
all of it. I like to watch.
sure. That's very hot.
It turns me on.
Swinger clubs, so forth. Have you been with a woman?
Yes, I've been in relationships with
Really?
women.
How long?
Let's see. When I was 18, I would say I was with her for about a year. Then I was with another girlfriend for about 3 or 4 years, on and
Were
off.
you guys kind of a secret relationship or were you in the open about it?
The first one, we were definitely open about it. The second one, not so much. We had boyfriends.
Okay. What was it about a woman and being in bed with a woman that really flipped your switches?
I think it was more so that we just got along better. Women get along better. It wasn't, the jealousy thing.
Would you say that you're bi-curious, bi, straight, but was bi? Where do you feel like you're at?
I'm most definitely bisexual.
Okay.
I love women. I think women are fucking beautiful.
Oh, I would
I
agree.
love a woman's body. Everything about a woman is sensual, sexy. Just,
What is it for you? What is it about a woman that flips your switch? Because I guess as men, we know what we like. I can't put myself in the place of what a woman sees with another woman. What is it you like?
her body, the way she carries herself, the way she holds herself, the way she walks.
So it has nothing to do with size, curves, anything like that.
Oh yeah, I definitely love a curvy woman. Most definitely. She gotta have hips, titties, and ass like me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
Okay, everybody take a moment just to think about that. I'm just thinking, visualizing that. So is there a thing that a guy can do, walking into a room, sitting down with you at dinner, that will immediately say to you, oh my God, this is a confident man that I need to jump on?
I love a confident man.
What's like a confidence move a guy would do?
They know they got it. They just know. You know when you see a confident man.
Yeah.
They walk different, they talk different. They have an aspect about them that they carry themselves in such a way that other men with no confidence carries themselves with.
So I think most guys look at confidence. They think, I can fuck you and you're going to fuck me. And that's confidence. That's not confidence, is it?
No, that's cockiness.
Okay. So what are your turnoff? What is the one thing a guy in a chat room or in person, this is going to kill it right now when he does this thing?
When they send me the dick pics, I mean, I don't want to see that. Not yet. Let me talk to you for a little bit.
So from a women's perspective, what does that say when you get an unsolicited dick pic? I'm not talking about one you say, hey, I want to see it. What is that? What does it do with your mind when you get an unsolicited dick pic?
It's just so ugly. I just find it so ugly. I don't know why, but if I don't ask for it or, and I just open it up and boom, there it is. It's like,
And they're probably
No,
not the best dick pics ever.
no. Some are. I'm not going to lie. I've gotten some quite cute ones. And I've gotten some nice cocks. And then I've gotten the ugly ones. And it's like, wow.
But even the nice ones don't turn you on because it was not respectful, I guess is the thing.
Exactly.
So when we talk about respect, a lot of people just think dirty, sex is dirty, it's nasty, it's naughty. And we're using words like confidence, respect, um, loyalty. This is a different set of terms that really is not used when we talk about sexuality and even masturbation, some of the things we're talking about, is it? You're talking about a whole different mindset to sex, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
You got to respect your partner. You got to have respect for each other. And when you respect someone, sex is a lot different. It's not, I mean, if you want to make love, but if you want to fuck too, but it's just the respect. You need to show people respect because you want to be respected as well. You just don't want someone sending you unsolicited dick pics. I mean, as a guy, would you like receiving them?
Well, no, I wouldn't want that anyway. But yeah, I get what you're saying. And let me just
Yeah,
clear the air here with, you love sex. You probably would love to have tons of sex. You're currently not in a relationship at the moment, right?
correct.
So you're not desperate. You won't just fuck anyone,
No,
will you?
no. I've been single for 2 years now and I've been masturbating. I had a couple flings with my ex, but other than that, yeah, I'm not out there fucking everybody. No,
And there's a lot of, you won't fuck a married guy, will you?
no, I will not.
I guess the picture I want your listeners to hear is that even though we're talking about sex and dildos and masturbation and double penetration and girl on girl, this doesn't mean it's dirty. It just means we love this one emotional part of our lives and we want it to be special. And by making it special, it doesn't have to be dirty, raunchy, unrespectful, like so much of it's portrayed in porn. That is really
Correct.
not the way we really want in real life, is it?
No, porn is not real, guys. Porn is not real. They do that to put on a show. It's there for entertainment purposes only, and maybe to teach you a little bit here and there, but real in all actuality, it's just a show.
Yeah.
They're putting on a show for you.
When but you mentioned you love porn. What is the porn you like then?
Yes, I like the groups, the gangbangs, the double penetration, pegging. I like.
Real quick for
There's
people
pretty much not
like
anything.
me, what's pegging? Because I know that's one of our topics we're going to talk about.
Yes, pegging is where a woman puts on a strap on and has intercourse with her husband or man or partner, whatever.
I wish one day I could switch bodies with a woman and know what she feels. You could describe it to me. What is an orgasm like for you? What's an intense orgasm? How does it build? How does it feel? Where does it go?
Well, when I'm getting ready to have an orgasm, you just get this total sensation all over your body like a warmth. And then all of a sudden, it just seems like everything goes everywhere all throughout your body.
And
Like basically like a tase, like a shock, but it goes all through your body and it's amazing feeling.
Miss J, tell us what you want the listeners to get out or get off on the Sexy to Horn Dogs podcast.
I want them to be stimulated. I want them to understand that sex is not just a dirty thing to do, but it's a wonderful thing to do and talk about.
So you've got a great tagline to your podcast. Tell me what it is.
I do. It's not about fucking around. It's about fucking great.
That's awesome. That's true. It's really been great to get to know you better and have this discussion for your listeners. And thank you so much for sharing and being transparent and for starting the Sexy Horn Dogs podcast. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of my listeners. You guys have made this an amazing journey, and I can't wait to see what the future has to bring. Don't forget to make sure you follow me on Instagram, Clapper, Facebook, and TikTok, and anywhere you get your podcast. Thanks for listening, Sexy Horn Dogs. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like and follow us. to get notifications when the new episodes drop. Not all views and comments that are in this podcast are endorsed by me. Thanks, Sexy Horn Dogs.
This is the Sexy Horn Dogs podcast.